Bloodstrike just dropped this image to announce their second anniversary, and I do not think people understand how big this actually is. They called it To The Sky, and that name alone really tells me that this is not gonna be another loaded skins event. It really looks like a full gameplay shift. If you zoom in closely, there are jetpacks, floating sky bases, vehicles, and even hints at a map rework. And if even half of what I'm seeing here is real, then the movement meta in Bloodstrike is about to change forever. Today I am breaking down everything in this image that most people miss, and we are predicting what could be possibly coming to the future of this game for its second anniversary. Now, as you watch this video, understand that this is purely speculation based on what I am seeing, and I might say some absolute crazy things that may not even make it into the game. But yeah, just hear me out. Big shout out to today's sponsor, Wingstore, the most trusted and affordable top-up platform for Bloodstrike. With Wingstore, you could top up gold instantly at the lowest prices and with 100% safety guaranteed. No more overpriced payments or waiting hours to receive your recharge. It is always fast, reliable, and secure. They even support every payment method you can think of, from bank transfers all the way to crypto. Use my creator discount code KNOXYT to top up in-game and save money. So if you need a quick recharge before jumping back into a match, Wingstore is the way to go. Check the link in the description and pin comment and start recharging now. First, let us talk about the obvious headline stuff written here. You can see right at the bottom it says second anniversary and To The Sky available March 12th. Now, that phrase To The Sky is not random. It is very intentional by the Bloodstrike devs. They could have literally called it anything. They could have said second anniversary celebration or anniversary event, but they chose To The Sky. That immediately tells me that this update is centered around vertical movement, air mobility, and sky-based combat. That is just what is on my mind, because why would they say To The Sky? Guys, I'm cooking. Just wait. And when you look at the image itself, everything around it is happening above. The strikers are flying, vehicles are literally flying. You can literally see a vehicle on the air, and there is a floating structure in the sky. This does not look normal. It doesn't look normal, guys. It is literally related to the To The Sky theme that they have given on this picture. Now, if the entire theme is sky, then we are not just getting skins. We're probably getting new mechanics that is gonna change how we're gonna move, how we're gonna rotate, and how we're gonna take fights. And that is where things start to get very interesting. Guys, there is a lot that I have broken down in this image. So yeah, let us go to the second part. Now let us talk about the biggest thing in this entire image, the jetpack. As you guys can see on the right side of the screen, there is a jetpack on a character. I don't know if this is a new striker or if it's an existing striker, but yeah, the real question is this a wearable equipment? Is it gonna be like a jetpack item that's gonna be available for everyone to loot and then you can use it during fights, or is this a brand new striker ability, a striker whose entire skill set is based around aerial movement? Because if this is a striker with aerial movement, guys, it is completely gonna change the meta, as it will give Zero some serious competition, because I believe Zero is like the only aerial striker right now in the game, like the only strong one in the game. But anyway, there is also another possibility that this is not permanent and it might just be a limited time anniversary mode where everyone just has jetpacks. I don't know, but the fact that they separated it on the image just to highlight it tells me that it is something serious that is coming in the game. Actually, guys, if jetpacks are actually coming to Bloodstrike, then just know that the movement meta is about to change completely, and of course I'll be creating guides to help you guys use the jetpack. But yeah, I just hope it's not a permanent stuff, and I hope it's like for a specific striker. That is what I personally hope for. I don't want it to be for everyone, you know, because every striker is meant to be unique. And also, if they add jetpacks, it's gonna mess up Katya's skill, you know. Katya is not gonna have that uniqueness anymore. Moving on, let us look at something that may also look normal in this image, but it could actually become a feature in the game. Look at this floating sky structure over here on the left side of the image. It looks like a massive airborne aircraft carrier. Now, this opens up a lot of possibilities. Is this gonna be like a new sky-based platform similar to CODM, where players can land from the start of the match and fight? Because if it becomes a new location in the air, I'm not gonna lie, guys, it would instantly become the hottest drop in the game. Like, It's gonna be so crazy. Imagine if they just drop one loadout there and they're like, when once 4 people pick their loadout, it's just the loadout is gonna disappear. These 4 people are literally gonna have advantage for the whole of the start. It's gonna be so insane. But yeah, I'm not saying that it's coming to the game. I'm just imagining. It also looks like something that could be a temporary map. Let me say for a mode or something like squad fights, where it could be like a 10v10. It's kind of big, so I think it should support up to 20 players. But yeah, the fact that they actually made this structure so detailed means that we should be paying attention to it. And if it actually becomes a playable area in the air, this Annivesary update is about to be so insane. Now, let us look at the map itself. If you look closely at the environment, it looks like Skyline Beach. I know, but not exactly. As you can see over here, it looks like a futuristic city area. Correct me if I'm wrong. And I know for a fact this location is not currently in Skyline Beach. I'm sure of that. This location, as you guys can see over here, is not in Skyline Beach. And also there is a statue in the background. It looks very similar to Christ the Redeemer landmark in Brazil. And I would have said that it cannot be random, but to be honest, this is not the first time that Bloodstrike has used the statue of Christ the Redeemer in their banners, so it could just be a design detail. If they're actually doing some map rework by adding extra areas on the map, like this futuristic city over here, that would actually be a big W move, because that would make a lot of people play Skyline Beach a lot more. Now let us talk about the vehicles. If you look closely at the image over here, you can see a motorcycle. Ethan is literally riding a bike. Does this mean that we could finally be getting bikes in the game? I can't lie, I would honestly be so excited. I remember during the last anniversary we actually got a sedan. So this year they could actually introduce motorcycles. It's not a bad idea. Bloodstrike, please. Bloodstrike is a fast-paced game and bikes would perfectly match into the gameplay of Bloodstrike. Like, it can't make sense more than that, you know? But also on the platform, I want you guys to pay attention to something else. Jets. Lots of jets are being packed on this platform. I will not say much about that, but that would be very interesting. The chopper is also there, but there's already a chopper in the game. But these ones, they look like military choppers that could maybe shoots people. Who knows, you know? I'm just excited, guys. I'm just excited. But one more vehicle I want you guys to pay attention to, and yo, if they actually add this, it's gonna break the game. I know a lot of rats are gonna be sleeping inside this vehicle, but as you can see over here, as I zoom into this corner of the screen, you're gonna see a tanker, a literal tanker, an armored vehicle at the corner there. Literally a tanker. Yo, I can't lie, if they are truly adding these vehicles alongside with the new movement mechanics, then we are in for some massive content updates for the second anniversary. It's gonna be insane, guys. Now guys, let us talk about Zero's hand. When you look closely at his hand right here, it makes you think about one thing. Are we gonna get a grappling hook? With all the sky related features I've seen so far, adding a grappling hook would actually make perfect sense. Instead of relying on zip lines to go up and down and, you know, anywhere you want to go, you could instantly pull yourself to rooftops or high ground positions like pretty fast. And I'm pretty sure if they do add something like this, you would probably only be able to use one gun while holding it, similar to how the claymore sword and the punching gloves thingy worked in zombie mode. When you pick it up, you can only have one gun at that time. So I think if you pick up the grappling hook, you're only gonna have one gun, most likely. And also, I can't lie, it would completely change how aggressive players are gonna be moving. You could chase enemies faster, you could escape third parties and also get third partied more often, and also take the high ground much quicker. Guys, please use this to your advantage. I'm also probably gonna drop a guide on it. But anyway, if they actually introduce grappling hook alongside with jetpacks, bro, this game is gonna be so broken. The movement in Bloodstrike is about to become insane. Now guys, let us bring all of this together. There is a huge possibility that this entire anniversary update introduces a sky focused limited time mode. Imagine a mode where area movement is boosted, jetpacks are involved, and fights are happening more on the air than on ground. That alone would completely change how the game feels, because if movement becomes vertical, rotations are gonna become faster, high ground stops being permanent because literally anyone can take it. Camping is gonna become way harder since players can literally fly or literally grapple onto your location at any moment. Fights would become more aggressive, third partying would increase because teams can literally reach gunshots faster with their jetpacks or literally once again with their grapples. So yeah, the pace of the game would shift heavily towards mobility. So whether it is a limited time mode or permanent mechanics being added to the game, one thing is clear: if even half of these features make it into the game, Bloodstrike's movement meta is about to change in a serious way. But yeah, as always, let me know what you guys think in the comments, what you think is most likely gonna happen, and which one you think I'm just absolute talking trash. But yeah, if you notice any extra stuff on the image, also let me know. And if you enjoyed this breakdown and you want more early predictions before the update drops, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notifications so you do not miss any single update again. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.